What if I told you that you don't need a whole new life to feel like a whole new you? You don't need a silent house or a retreat to Tulum or to even transform your home or your body into something that is Instagram worthy. You just need a few tiny shifts that actually work and help you glow up from the inside out. Hey babe, I'm Angela, a certified hypnotherapist, a somatic guide, and founder of the Motherwell app, and I help women rewire their brains, regulate their nervous systems, and reconnect to their joy again so they can experience real and true happiness, not only in their lives, but in motherhood again. So if that's something that you're interested in learning how to do, definitely hit subscribe and stick around. And in case you want some therapeutic support outside of my free videos here, go ahead and check out the link in the description where you'll find a free trial for the Motherwell app, where you can check out all of my hypnosis meditations, affirmation audios, somatic guided exercise practices. It's all linked for you below. Now, you've probably noticed that there are just some moms who radiate this certain type of energy. They're just magnetic, and you wonder how they seem to have this whole mom thing figured out, and how they also seem to just have themselves pulled together, like they're a human being and a woman outside of just being a mom. While others, likely yourself, and no shade, I was there too, are just running on fumes and feel totally disconnected and like they're a hamster on a wheel, just like spinning in the chaos. And if you've ever wondered why there's such a stark difference between the two, trust me, it's not just luck or easy kids or any of the things that you might whisper under your breath when you see a woman in that type of energy that you might have some envy for. She has nothing that you cannot create for yourself. And know that it actually is just about these few changes that you can make, and that if you make them, you will feel that glow up and you will feel that energy yourself. It's truly about the specific habits that are either draining your energy or adding to it, fueling your energy. And many of these habits and just ways of moving through your life are happening on autopilot, the good ones and the not so great ones. But once you recognize these not so great habits, you have the power to change them and to start actually feeling like you again, alive in your life. And it's super empowering. So today, let's ditch that hot mess mom era and let's talk about 5 micro habits that are going to lead you to your glow up and that will change everything if you actually do them. No, I promise you, I'm not gonna ask you to try harder or give 100%, give 110%. In fact, I'm probably gonna ask you to do less or perhaps even let go of some things. So definitely stick around and trust me that these are something that are mom-proof, that you can absolutely implement into your life. And if you do, you will feel the difference. So let's get into it. Okay, number 1, move your body. The first one is about your body, moving your body, but not just about moving your body, but moving your energy. And I'm starting with the topic of your body because that's where most women feel that their glow up is coming from. And yes, while I agree with that, it's probably not in the way that you might be thinking. It is true that the best glow ups start in your body. But I am not talking about tracking your macros or running yourself ragged as a cardio bunny on the treadmill and trying to achieve some specific physique. This is not about changing how your body looks, and I'm not against changing how your body looks if that's something you desire, but I want to meet you exactly where you're at and not say, you have to glow up once you do this or get to this place. No, you can experience this glow up right now just as your body is, just by making these changes to how you are moving your body and being in your body, because it's not just about the movement of your body, but actually moving the energy and reconnecting to your body in a very different way. Because what most women do not understand is that while exercise is so great, if you're moving just to burn calories or just to achieve some specific physical outcome, you are missing the actual magic of movement, of being in your body, because you're still quite disconnected from it if that's the only thing motivating you to move. So the first thing I'm going to encourage is, yes, move that body, move that beautiful body. Find one way that you actually desire. Do not punish yourself with movement that you don't genuinely enjoy. Find a way to move your body that feels good. And then romanticize the hell out of it. Like for me, I do love weight training and I weight train, but the thing that I look forward to the most is actually walking on my walking pad. That was the best purchase I ever made, was getting the walking pad, and I romanticize the hell out of it. I make sure that I'm not doing anything productive on that walking pad until I've watched something that makes me laugh, makes me feel good, that I'm learning something about that's genuinely like important to me. And I get my 10,000 steps in on that walking pad before I have any other movement in my day. So that has been an absolute game changer for me. And it took me practicing. It took me getting out of my comfort zone to find something that I genuinely felt lit up about. And now I look forward to it. And I've been doing this for well over a year, probably 2 years at this point. And everybody who knows me just kind of like knows, like I'm like glued to that walking pad and I love it so much. The key is really making this movement non-negotiable you time. So not having it feel, again, like it's an added to do or a punishment. If you genuinely don't enjoy it, then don't do it. Do something that you love and that you can look forward to. I'm not saying you might not be uncomfortable, like it still is getting you out of your comfort zone, especially if you haven't really been moving much. But find something that you can enjoy, where you can plug in a podcast and listen to something, or put on music that you love and that you can dance to. Just find a way to be in your body and to be moving that energy with intention. So again, that could look like yoga for you. That could look like dance breaks, even if it is with your kids, or putting something on for you that feels good, that gets you into your body, that gets you reconnected to your body while you're moving, while you're dancing. And if you do choose the walking pad, please make your movement pleasurable before you add in something productive. So if you are going to try to work while you're walking, more power to you. I love that. Get your movement in, habit stack, that's great. But first, get something in that feels pleasurable, that you're looking forward to. What gets me on that walking pad is I usually have like a podcast that I'm gonna watch that I'm looking forward to, and I have that ready to go. So when I get on the walking pad, I'm genuinely excited to dive into whatever it is that I've got set up for me to watch. The glow up really happens. You reconnect or connect to, for the first time, the fact that your body is not just a vessel for doing or carrying out tasks, but instead it is meant for you to be in. It's meant to be a vessel for you feeling alive. It's a connector to that aliveness. So I encourage you, first thing in the morning, connect to your body. Actually feel the energy in your body. How many times as moms do we even stop for a moment to know how we feel, to connect with how we feel, to know how we're even stepping into our day? We just open our eyes and get up and go without even slowing down to be like, hey, what am I actually feeling? What is my body feeling? What do I need? So take that one moment, hand on your heart, hand on your belly, and just ask, what am I feeling right now? What do I need right now? And just take a second, take a few minutes if you can, to just let that answer rise. Not only is this going to help you increase your connection to your own intuition and to the wisdom of your body, but it is getting you to slow down and actually be in your body instead of disembodied and disconnected right at the start of your day. And on the topic of your body and moving it, we also really want to be intentional about how we're caring for it and how we're presenting it. Because I'll be honest with you, this hot mess motherhood has really blurred the lines between what is normal motherhood and what is self-neglect. And yes, there are absolutely seasons of motherhood where dry shampoo is your best friend and where getting dressed means changing from daytime leggings to nighttime leggings. But there's something so powerful and feminine about reclaiming even the smallest beauty ritual. Something that makes you feel like you again, or connected to this version of yourself that you're becoming. Even just 3 minutes of getting ready and having a little ritual that makes you feel more polished and present. And you don't have to cake on makeup to impress others. If you're not a makeup girly, I'm not saying like start a full beat, get on that routine. No, but even just a small act of caring for yourself in that way really signals to your brain that I matter too. taking a moment to just moisturize your body, or add a little bit of highlighter to the high points of your cheekbones, to the tip of your nose, to your collarbones, something that just gives you a little, just a swipe of a tinted moisturizer, something that's super easy to put on, a lip balm or a gloss. One of my favorites is just having like a signature scent. Something that just connects you to your sensuality or a feeling that you want to embody. Scents are really powerful in like bringing up memory or creating new memory connections. So find something that helps you feel, maybe a little bit more sensual, a little bit more sexy, a little bit more flirty and alive. And this could be an essential oil that you roll on your wrists and on your neck, or a scent that you spray. And then when you do that, it's like you can ritualize it as a connector to that part of yourself and set yourself up in the day for embodying her. These very small things do not take long, but they set a boundary between like mom mode and your own self-identity. And they get you connected to your body and caring for your body in a different way, in a more intentional way. Okay, micro habit number 2 for your glow up is setting micro boundaries. Let me be so real with you. Most moms are drowning in one thing that no self-care routine can pull you out of, and that is the complete and utter lack of boundaries. You're accessible 24/7 to your kids, to your partner, to work, to your PTA group chat, whatever it is. You have made yourself so accessible, and you have had your personal space violated so many times that you likely don't even remember what that feels like to have it. And you've likely, even subconsciously, convinced yourself that being a good mom means always being available. That somehow the more accessible you are, the better you are. But being constantly and chronically accessible is not making you more present. It's making you more resentful. So the shift I want you to make, the habit I want you to start putting in place, is choosing one boundary. Even today, put this into practice, setting one boundary, one small boundary. Maybe it's something as simple as I do not and I no longer answer any work-related messages or emails after 6 p.m. Or I pee with the bathroom door closed. Period. Or the first 10 minutes when I get home are mine to decompress. Now that's probably not very realistic, but if you can sit in the car for an extra 5 minutes when you pull into the driveway, if you're a working mama, or you can grab your partner as soon as they get home and say like, hey, it's my time, I need 10, leave me alone. Whatever you can do to just make some transitional space to decompress and shift. Or that first sip of coffee is yours and no one else's, or water, or whatever it is that you choose in the morning. And when you set that boundary, do not explain it away. Don't apologize for it. Don't make it cute. Just state it. That's it. And hold it. And then watch what happens. Because boundaries are not meant to keep things out. They are containers that keep you in, your energy in particular. And they set a parameter around what is sacred. And these boundaries are the difference between pouring from a cup that is dry and empty to pouring from your overflow and actually having something left to give. And the women that have that glow, that have that magnetism, that have that thing that you envy, I guarantee you it's not because they are doing all the meditations, although maybe they are, but it's probably because they have the audacity to say this far and no more. And they are setting really strong, really clear, really firm boundaries. So even if it's just one tiny corner or just 5 minutes, set the boundary. Everyone around you will adjust. They really will, because you set the tone, you set the pace. You are the energetic backbone, the center of your unit, of your home, of your family. And if you hold firm and if you hold steady, it will change everything. And you will feel the shift in your energy, and everyone around you that you love is going to reap the benefits of that. Okay, micro habit number 4. Interrupt the autopilot, interrupt the mundane with some pattern breakers. There is nothing that is killing your energy quicker and faster and more than the depletion that comes from the mundane, or just like the soul-crushing groundhog day of it all. You wake up, you make the lunches, you go to school drop-off, you work, you do pickups, you do dinner, you do bedtime, you rinse, you repeat. And your brain is literally designed to conserve energy by putting those routine things on autopilot. But that same autopilot, while it's efficient for your brain, is actually draining your life force because you're not actually experiencing your life anymore. You're just moving through the motions like a mombi. People say that, right? Mombi. They do. So just choose one daily pattern, one daily thing that you do on repeat that you have been stuck in the routine of, and intentionally break it. Break the pattern. Some examples could be taking a different route to school and noticing what you see instead of just driving in this hypnotic trance to the same place, point A, point B. Move your morning routine to a different part of the house. Try a completely different breakfast than usual. Listen to some new music that isn't in your playlist, and even better, music that's yours and not like just kid-friendly. Wear something in a color that you never wear. This isn't about being spontaneous, it's actually supporting your nervous system to move out of a rut. Because when you do the exact same things in the exact same way every single day, your brain stops paying attention because it doesn't need to. And when your brain stops paying attention, you stop feeling alive. So even the smallest shift that you make can make the average day feel a little bit special. And that's where the radiance lives. When you create more of an aliveness and an awakening in your life, that glow reignites. The final and arguably most important micro habit for your glow up, number 5, speak life into yourself. Speak love over yourself. Most moms are walking around talking to themselves like garbage and then wondering why they feel like garbage. Your mind will throw about 60,000 thoughts at you a day, and a majority of them are likely trash. And if you don't catch them, they will catch you. It's like having a mean girl, this critic living in your head rent-free, constantly critiquing everything that you do or second-guessing every choice that you desire to make. You're failing, you're falling behind. Oh no, don't do that. Everyone else seems to have it together except for you. So create a best self affirmation ritual. This isn't about generic positive thinking or any type of toxic positivity. It's about specifically countering the negative loop and pattern of this negative self-talk. Because those words and those thoughts that are playing in your head that are emotionally resonant with you are going to continue to be fed to you and reaffirmed in the story of your life, because your brain is going to continue to look for those very things to affirm that story. It desires to prove itself right. So you can retrain your brain and therefore change your entire life by shifting your inner thoughts, shifting your inner dialogue and the way you speak to yourself. My favorite moments to practice this are either first thing in the morning or when you're about to go to sleep. That is when your subconscious mind, which is really running the show, is most active, where it's the most suggestible. And if you need some affirmations that don't make you feel like a total cheese ball, or that you don't feel comfortable yet speaking those to yourself, I have an entire section of daytime affirmations and evening affirmations as well inside of the Motherwell app. And these are designed to speak specifically to your subconscious to create that change that you desire. So if you want to feel less anxious and more calm, if you want to just feel more radiant and have that glow up, you will find an affirmation audio in there that will support you in doing just that. So find a few that you feel comfortable speaking out loud to yourself, or get inside of the app and let them play out loud for you, and let your subconscious hear them. And let it hear you claiming those truths that will counter all the times you were tearing yourself down. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that all of these micro habits that will get you the biggest glow up are about reconnecting to yourself. Because your most transformative glow up, the thing that will stick, the glow up that will last, isn't just about changing the way your life looks. It starts when your energy feels different. When you move your body in ways that don't just feel productive, but that feel more pleasurable. When you take just those 3 minutes on a beauty routine that makes you feel good. When you set those boundaries, even the smallest ones. When you break those autopilot patterns that make you feel half alive. You speak life into yourself instead of criticism and comparison. This is where you begin to reclaim your energy. This is where you begin to reclaim your joy. These are not just glow up tips or self-care tips. They are self-preservation strategies for a world that expects mothers to continuously pour from an empty cup. And do not let the idea that you do not have time stop you from actually making these shifts and putting these glow up habits into practice. Because the truth is, you do not have time not to do this. Because the alternative is waking up 5 years from now, kids a little older, maybe life is a little easier, and realizing that you have completely lost touch with yourself, if you haven't already. Now, you don't have to do all 5 of these glow up habits at once. Just pick one, start there, and pay attention to how you feel. And watch how that tiny shift ripples through your life. So if you made it this far, all the way to the end, thank you so much for being here. Drop a little sparkle emoji in the comments for your glow up, or tell me which one of these glow up habits you are going to commit to. And if you are a mom, or you are intending to become a mom, maybe you're on a fertility journey yourself, please go ahead and hit subscribe, stick around. And if you need some of that therapeutic support, just know that in the description you can find a free trial to the Motherwell app. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.